Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right, so I had a cousin of mine. He lives in Detroit, and he
Yeah.
gave me a call one
E-Town.
night. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, straight up, man. He gave me a call one night, and he was like, "Man, I got an idea for a superhero." And
Yeah.
I was like, he was drunk though, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in New York at the time. It's late at night, and I'm like, all right, man, what's going on? So I'm listening to him talk, and he had a more vulgar name for the dude. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to call him
Yeah.
N-word, man, but he was, like I said, he was tripping, right? You know what I'm saying? So but he was like, yo, what do you think about this superhero? I was like, all right, man, what's his power is? You know what I mean? He was like, he can't be shot. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, so, you know what I'm saying? What goes with this? How's this figuring? He's like, that's it, man. He just can't be shot. And so I'm like, all right, man. Hung up the phone with him, right? We get off the line. And then
Is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiend, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Donato.
Welcome in, everyone. Episode 214, Blerd. Thank you. With our guest, Blerd Mind Productions. Fellas, I got two of the three wheels on the three-wheeler, but I want to start with this first thing. How does the name Alpha come about? Y'all gotta help me with that. Is that already to punk me, to put me in my place? Because I feel like the name starts the conversation like, so let me tell you where I'm at. How we get there?
No, it's more because like throughout high school, I was captain of the basketball team, so the alpha leader pretty much, and my name starts with an A, so it just coexists really.
Yo, okay, yo, that works. Hey, what position? What you do in basketball? Where were you at?
Small forward.
So was that handle nice?
Negative.
Oh.
I was a shooter.
Oh, we need those. LeBron needs those. Fellas, did y'all see how so first of all, we gotta respect that man. But this is what we could have had if LeBron's teams would have had talent around him. He looked good, man. He looked like he might have been the best person on that team and consistent. Like, we gotta respect LeBron after that.
He looked like he could play another 5 years. At that point, yeah.
I'm impressed all the way around. Yo, of course, we're gonna get to Scuba Steve. I know everybody's seeing that one and they want to get to it. But I'm all the way in Texas. I don't know where you at, but
we in Dallas.
Butterscotch player, help me out. How did we get to that note? How did we get there?
man, so I'm not sure we're ready to jump the pooch on this one, but this is it's a character in a comic that we made, and it's a part of the Payback universe, which is another comic that Steve is working on. And
yeah.
So, man, it's insane. Y'all want to go into it now? I jump right to it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right. So I had a cousin of mine. He lives in Detroit, and he gave me a call one night. Yeah, straight up, man. Gave me a call one night, and he was like, "Man, I got an idea for a superhero."
Yeah.
And I was like, he was drunk though, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in New York at the time. It's late at night, and I'm like, all right, man, what's going on? So I'm listening to him talk, and he had a more vulgar name for the dude, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to call him N-word, man, but he was, like I said, he was tripping, right? You know what I'm saying? So but he was like, yo, what do you think about this superhero? I was like, all right, man, what's his power is? You know what I mean? He was like, he can't be shot. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, so, you know what I'm saying? What goes with this? How's this figuring? He's like, that's it, man. He just can't be shot. And so I'm like, all right, man. Hung up the phone with him, right? We get off the line. And then I'm just walking around the apartment. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, hold on. He can't be shot. And so I called Steve, and I'm like, yo, Steve, man, say my cousin just hit me with an idea for a superhero, man, and his superpower is that he can't be shot. And so we went down this rabbit hole of like, all right, what's his name? Where is he from? Um, what other things does he have to make him interested? And it's
Yeah.
nothing at all. He just can't be shot. So you know what I'm saying? And so that kind of helped build the plot line itself. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, every superhero has to have a nemesis, right? Who
Right.
is his nemesis? Man, I have no idea how we came up with the idea for it to be a pimp, but he's beefing with a pimp. And it's like, all right, well, what we gonna call the pimp? And I'm thinking, you know, I'm going through Bishop Don Juan, I'm going through Cat Williams image,
Yeah.
I'm going through Iceberg Slim. I'm trying to figure out, like, man, what would be something good to call him? And then I just had this vision in my head of this guy sitting in the back of a Cadillac eating on butterscotch candy. And
Oh,
boom. Like,
yo. Okay, I like it. I'm a fan, and you know we're gonna get to some business stuff. I like that.
man.
So let me see. The pimp always gets that baby powder ready. Since he can't shoot him, he gonna smack him. He take it to the front and to the back. Both.
Man, so you know what? We got a little bit more to expose with it. What it turns out is that all of these characters have abilities, you know, but
Right.
they're not necessarily aware of them. Like Bulletproof, he has abilities, but it's just that he can't be shot. He's bulletproof, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? How would you ever know that? Because how often is anybody ever shot? And so he discovers it one day, and then during the gas station robbery where he works at,
Yeah.
and you know, his life is kind of, he's in his mid-30s, his life is kind of going downhill. He doesn't really have a whole lot going for himself. His wife left him. You know, he's alone. And so after this experience, he gets the confidence to do more with himself, to become more, to be better, because he's looking at it like, oh snap, you know, I just survived this attempt.
Yeah.
I've been hit all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm invincible. He's like, I'm invincible. And so now he's taking this, he got this new lease on life. He's gonna go out and live his best life, as they say, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he lost his wife to a pimp, and one day he's walking through a park, and he sees this pimp mistreating this woman. You know what I'm saying? One of his hoes, wherever you want, concubines, however, right? He sees this pimp mistreating this woman, and he just gets it inside himself from past trauma with his wife, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna prove myself today, and besides, I'm invincible. So he walks up on the pimp, they get into a confrontation. He talks crazy to the pimp and smacks him. That's Butterscotch. Butterscotch turns around and stabs him. And he falls out, and this is the reckoning. You know what I'm saying? This is our character's first trial, and that's kind of like the end of our first chapter, or the end of our first story. You know, because now he has to get his confidence back. He has a heal in the hospital, and then he has to come back with it.
Yep.
And you realize this. You realize I'm not invincible. I'm just bulletproof. And that's the name of the story. Bulletproof.
And it's called the Misadventures of Bulletproof, because we got a little bit of comedy in there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, we're working on lines and trying to make sure it sounds authentic and just good to our audience, man. And that's what we want to give to you guys. So
Man,
that's where Butterscotch comes from.
I can't wait to get. I want to get back. I got some questions about y'all's process when it comes to that you kind of mentioned. So, but I know everybody's waiting to find out. Scuba Steve, you probably can't even swim, but your name's Scuba Steve.
How you know? How you know I can't swim? Hey, not being able to swim is a black job. You know, black job.
No doubt. No doubt.
So,
I believe that is part of the black card. That's on the back is, bruh, don't be out here trying to get these lessons. Get caught up.
So no, Scuba Steve, I mean, anybody around our age has seen Big Daddy, I'm assuming. Adam Sandler, Big Daddy, Scuba Steve was a character on there. And then after that, all my gamer tags and stuff as a kid growing up, Scuba Steve this, Scuba Steve that. And
this is a true story. He's still Scuba Steve on Xbox right now.
Yeah, Scuba Steve right now. Scuba Steve on all social media, everything is Scuba Steve. So I just kept it. You know what I'm saying? I just kept been holding on to it. I had to add numbers and stuff because on Xbox, you know what I'm saying, no duplicate names and stuff like that. So I added some numbers, but yeah. that's pretty much what it is, man. Like,
Yo, it works. It works. Fellas, I wanna come back to something. I mean, a lot of people gonna want to know. This is a chance, and I appreciate y'all joining. By the way, I'm probably gonna say it again. I'm a little excited about this. The Blerd in me. I got I got that life size. Y'all see that? I got that life size Yoda up there.
Okay. Yeah.
I seen kind of the bottom, most of them, except for the head part.
Yeah. Let me see. Boom. We got him.
Okay. Oh, he's dabbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of things in the background. I don't know.
I see that. I got
the Last Ronin. I got oh, my bad. I got the talismans from Jackie Chan. Oh, wait. Can I get it? The Jackie Chan talismans back there.
Yep.
I got a Death Note directly behind me. I got a Doflamingo statue. I'm trying to get it like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I ain't got no Yoda.
So we gonna get to this first thing. I feel like where we at in 2024, the society is okay with itself. Yeah. Yo, I grew up in Virginia, and we're gonna come back because I gotta know where all y'all from. Everyone knows that, wants to know that. You know, we like to associate, right? With where people are from. But like I can remember in high school, man. I remember when I first in the study hall, I saw some nerds sitting at a table playing Dungeons and Dragons. Now, yo, anybody who know me and my C average that I graduated high school with, your boy ain't in study hall doing work. So I sat on down like, yo, what we doing, fellas? What we doing here? And then from now on, anytime Dungeons and Dragons pop off, your boy's a cleric. They made me a cleric because no one wanted to be a cleric, and now I love being a cleric, and I love D&D.
Yeah.
So do y'all kind of feel that this is the time where we are comfortable in letting that out? Like when you meet a girl, you might wear a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt to the first date and be like, yo, shorty, this is where I'm at. Do y'all feel like it's finally there?
I mean, shoot, that's always been me. I've never had no problem being a nerd and still just being like, it is what it is. Now, it's recently, like you said, now like it's getting more popular amongst pop culture. So it's a lot more of them out there, you know, proud and stuff like that. Because a lot of niggas that I knew growing up with, you know what I'm saying, they was hiding the fact that they was watching Dragon Ball Z or something like that. I was like, bro, you watch it just like I do, you know what I'm saying? But they were just hiding, and it was just like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But now that it's more, you know, it's cool, I guess, or whatever, and more normal for people to just come out and be like, I watch Dragon Ball Z, I still play Pokemon, I do this, I do that. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like we in our golden age, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But,
ain't gotta hide nothing. And I've always kind of felt like that though, man, because I mean, don't get me wrong. So there's a lot of credence to what you did say, right? Because now it's cool for the masses or the public or everybody at large to do it, man. But it's never been a problem with the girls. It's never been a problem. As a matter of fact, I think they've always more so appreciated you being able to be yourself, and you're like, man, fuck that. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that shows confidence, and that's really what they're looking for anyway. And if you're a player, you exude that type of confidence. So it don't matter whether you like to watch Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
stop reading me, Butterscotch. Stop reading me, yo.
As long as you ain't doing nothing crazy like Naruto running down the hallway or doing extra stuff then by that point. But like just the normal people that just did what they did and watched what they watched, they just was what they was. You know
Hold on now. Listeners, this is where I gotta mess them up. I gotta mess them up right here, listeners. Yo, Alpha. I know y'all tight, but I'm about to drive a wedge. Alpha, when you was on that basketball team shooting in the gym, you ain't tell your basketball team you was a Blerd, did you?
Oh, they know it has Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They ain't care. I was the nerd and the jock at the same time.
If you a player, ain't nobody gonna press you, man.
Yeah,
no doubt.
It couldn't be
nobody gonna press you.
Be my Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And then I didn't have no problem checking nobody about my likes. Like you not finna mess with me just because I like something. So
I'm sitting at ISS in high school. My first time ever reading a Harry Potter book. I was in the 9th grade. I'm sitting at ISS in high school, and I'm reading this book. It was just supposed to get me through the day. Until the end of the day, man, I ended up taking the book home with me, finish it up. Like, you got to finish that. I only had ISS for 2 days. You can't make it through, you know what I'm saying, in that little bit of time. You got to finish that.
Yo, did y'all ever get to a point? Did anybody inherit any blurred tendencies from their parents? I got a little something from my dad. So I blame it on my papa for getting me started. Like, he put comic books in my hand on the regular, son. Like, we was going to chase comic books. When does this come out? When are y'all getting that in stock? So how did y'all get that? Like, did y'all have an uncle or a cousin that brought y'all along?
Good question on that.
Go ahead.
For me, it was video games.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So playing video games with my pops built that relationship and that somewhat nerdism, I should say.
Yeah. Yo, what you play with your pops? What was y'all's go-to?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
To this day, we don't want to smoke. To this day, don't want to smoke.
Wait, hold on, Alpha. Hold on. Could you beat your pops? And are we supposed to do that to our parents?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
they can get
You're
it
supposed
too.
to dish punishment. You're supposed to dish punishment. Punishment build character. So whichever way it's going, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna get a character building session.
I got a funny story. I think I was like third grade, right?
Yeah.
He just got, I think it was Mortal Kombat Trilogy where it had all the characters.
Yeah.
Come home from school, finish homework, watching TV. Pop says, let's play Mortal Kombat. I was practicing all day. I'm like, nah, I want to watch TV. Now come on, let's play. I don't want you to. I buy a new game. Oh, it's and the stakes. If I beat you 20 times without you beating me, we get 2 games.
Oh,
Snap. That's the hustle.
We end up getting 2 Dreamcast games, Power Stone, and they made 2K.
Power Stones was that game, G.
yo.
Power Stones was that game.
20-0, Florida's victories with fatalities.
Wait. What character was Pops using? What the old heads like?
Probably Jax.
Raiden.
Oh, okay. He said Jack.
I know old niggas like to grab you and shit. You be like, damn.
Yeah. Hey, come here, boy. Let me get that grown man
up in the corner.
They get that grab.
Kicks.
What about butterscotch? I gotta know, son. Like, who was your muse? Did you have somebody that was going down that road with you?
So man, really for me, it was just me and my homies. My mom, she was always busy. So she she had 3 kids, 4th coming later. So she was always hustling, you know what I'm saying? And my pops, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't with us at that time, but he was out doing his thing. So me, I'm coming home from school. And we get home from school maybe about 4 o'clock. I can't remember exactly, but I remember somewhere between 4 and 5 o'clock, Dragon Ball Z came on, and so I sit down and we broke in, and I start watching. I'm like, oh shit, you know. And then maybe about a dozen or 2 episodes in, I'm like, shit, I need to get my power level up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing push-ups and running, racing my friends on the street. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fast. You want to get your power level up. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do push-ups, get the veins showing on your arms and stuff, so you can throw a good Kamehameha wave.
Okay, Scuba Steve, Alpha, did your boy just say he got swole from Dragon Ball? I ain't never heard that is somebody's motivation.
It makes sense though,
bro. You'd be surprised.
Man,
that ain't the Blerd you want to deal with.
Who listen here? You got people here. Listen, yo, if you in our age group, you know you wanted to lift weights because of Dragon Ball Z. If you were sitting there, you wanted to get touched up because of Dragon Ball Z. Hell, when I got in high school, I thought I wanted to go to the military because I used to watch Gundam Wing. You know what I'm saying? I was influenced.
Yo.
Easy.
Scuba Steve. Something tells me it was a girl. Some nerdy girl.
Not for me. For me, like, I always kind of like been into nerdy stuff because my next door neighbor was really into it, and I'm competitive. So he would come over with a video game or something like that. I'm playing the game. He came over with Pokemon cards. Now I need to bit more Pokemon cards that's better than his. So it was just like stuff like that. And it just kept on stacking to a point where it was just like it just overtook everything that we was doing. Like every time he would get a Pokemon game, I needed the opposite. Like if he got red, I needed blue so we could switch the Pokemon out. You know what I'm saying? Match and stuff like that. Like we knew all the tricks of the trade. We used to start getting the Game Informer magazines, like all that stuff. We finding all the secret. We got to get first one to get 100% completion on Zelda. You know what I'm saying? Like we was trying to do all that, man. So that's
did
really
you go to Toys R Us for the did you used to go to Toys R Us for the Pokemon battles, bro? Like the Poke League stuff? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I was there.
Bro, I went and I didn't know what was going on because I was just collecting Pokemon cards to collect them. I was like, I didn't know what the energy cards was for and all these trainer cards. I just put them in the back of the folder, but all my holographs was in the front, and then everything else, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like that. So I didn't even know like about all these like tournaments and stuff like that until much later. Like you talking, I think Pokemon for me, I don't know how old y'all are. I'm 36 or coming on 36. So Pokemon got real big, like cards and stuff around like 4th grade, 5th grade. So I didn't find out about like battles and competitions and stuff till I'm a sophomore, junior in high school. I'm like, dang, I was like, this is what you're supposed to be doing with the car. Like, by that time, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing basketball, I'm on varsity, like all sorts of different things going on. So I didn't know nothing about that.
Yo, go to Scotch. Was you nice? Cats know about you in these streets? At the tournaments?
Nah, man, I was never real good at that. And like I said, my mom was kind of always busy, so she would take me up there to Toys R Us and she'd get me like a deck or two, you know, and I sit around and I play. So they had the tournaments going on, but then they had tables where people was just playing. So I was always casual with it, man.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I beat the people I played, but you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I was nice because I wasn't playing competitive catch, just like you know, set of people that I wasn't playing in the tournaments.
Now they got it easy for us. Now we got the trading card game on the on the App Store and stuff like that. So I can play it now. I know what to do. But back then I didn't know what was going on. I was just collecting the cards.
Yo, fellas, but somebody's listening, right? They in the closet. They blurred them is down. You know, everybody ain't as confident. Y'all know that. Everybody's not where they want to be to put it on Front Street. Like not right now. They ain't in the barbershop talking about anime. Where they at? So for them, first thing they want to know is where y'all from, because it might be something in the water, and that blerdism is sleeking through. So where y'all from, man? Where y'all from? Scuba Steve, let's start with you.
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay. I'm a Texas dude. I appreciate that. I'm in Austin, Texas. So to insult everybody's geographical knowledge, he's up north. That's north of me. It's about 3 hours to the north. But a Scotch, where are you from?
Awesome. So I'm from Ohio, man, Akron.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you seem, this may be offensive to you, but you seem like a laid back Midwest flow. You don't seem like that anxious East Coast type of dude.
Nah, that's it, man. I'm laid back. I'll be in New York City, you know, and I keep at my pace, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people might get aggravated. They got to walk around me or whatever. I go in buildings, I get on the elevator. There's somebody coming up with some boxes in their hand and it's people on the elevator still. I still reach out and hold the elevator door for them.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? So they can get in, they act like that's a big deal. Yeah, they act like that's a big deal, you know what I'm saying? But me, it's just how we was raised, and even down here in Texas, man, we kind of get down the same way. So, but I think all in all, people appreciate it, man. I love New York, you know what I mean? But that's not my speed, man. I'm definitely a lot slower pace.
No, you and me both. Both my parents from New York, man, and I visit. I got them cousins out there, but I visit. I ain't trying to live there, but I like to get into it. I love me some New York, but
absolutely, man, and it gives you that drive for sure. Gives you that motivation.
Yo, Alpha, where you from, yo?
New York.
What? You an NY dude? Oh, he got mad when I said that anxious East Coast vibe.
Nah, I'm from New York, born and raised, but currently live in Houston.
Oh, okay. So you went from the #1 city in America to the number 3. And I know your New York cast be asking you, and I got some New York listeners. I got a lot of fraternity brothers up there to listen to the pie. So I got to ask this. A lot of them don't know because I used to live in Houston. Yo, son, you like Houston, number 3 biggest city in America? You like it?
As far as my personality now, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I'm a way more calmer individual. I'm not your typical New Yorker anymore. Like, I've
Yeah.
grown up. I was the body type, but not no more. Once the kids happened, my whole personality changed. So
Yep.
I'm very calm, cool, and collected. So when they hear me speak, they're like, "You from New York?" Like, yeah, don't sound like it.
I mean, yeah. When you talking to the other Houston cats, they kind of looking at you like, man, he sound different. Dude don't sound like. What ward you from? Yo,
Yeah,
if y'all
definitely
had,
get to New York from my boy.
oh, yo, I'm gonna tell you this. When we get to talk in New York, man, I put it against anybody. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Houston. I go to Chi-Town on the regular.
Nice.
Man, it just ain't nothing like it, man. They all different, and I don't think we got to fight about it. That's how I try to get out of the conversation though, because Houston is a bad boy. I love Houston. Ooh, that was good. We'll say that for another pot. Alpha, I'll bring you back.
That's for sure.
When we do that Houston talk.
No problem.
Yo, what we got dig on Ohio just for a little bit because the boys of Ohio just brought us. We were talking a little bit of it off air and at the beginning, but the boys of Ohio showed out, and they got us a gold medal.
Man.
Akron, stand up.
Stand the fuck up. What's up, huh?
And for those who don't know, Steph Curry was born in Akron, Ohio. And I want to say it was the same hospital that LeBron was staying, but I don't want to lead y'all astray on that. But same city is good enough.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, G. I was born in Akron, Suma, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. And then where'd you wait? So what part of Ohio did you grow up in, though?
I grew up in Akron. I left Akron when I was 17. My mom moved us away from Akron when I was 17. Going into my senior year in high school, and she moved me to Dallas. You know, so it was like, man, I didn't want to come, but when I came, I didn't want to leave. So, you know, it's an adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
But man, Akron cats, we leave Akron and we go thrive anywhere.
Okay, now I know that you're kind of close. I still gotta do this. Yo, what's up with the Zips, man? With the Akron Zips. Come on, bro. Y'all run out of mascots. What? It don't sound Brody, man. What we doing?
And it's a kangaroo, G. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I don't know, man. I just remember that used to be where it was at because that's where we used to play like the games and whatnot, right? Like my cousin, he was big dog in football. Lawrence Cherry, he was Garfield High School, man, all-star. I don't know if you ever made Mr. Ohio on it, but you know, in the papers, everything, bro. And they play Bookdale, they play Massillon, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably don't know the school's name, but anybody listening that know the area, they, you know what I'm saying, they would know. And they play at, you know, the Zip Stadium, the Rubber Bowl. And how we came around with the name Zips and with a kangaroo and at the Rubber Bowl, I couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's take somebody with more history and knowledge of the city than I do to kind of lay that one out. But it does sound funny, huh?
Yo, one last Midwest thing before we get up off this. Can you roller skate, yo?
Yeah, I could skate, man. We got like 2-3 skating rinks. We had one right outside Goodyear Heights, and a couple other places in the city, man. Damn, I forget. Oh wait, the Midwest, yeah, we roller skate there, huh? Chicago cats be on it too.
Yo, y'all get it down. Indiana cats, Ohio, yeah, man. Y'all don't mess around on them skates, player. Yo. People don't say, yo, we going to the club. Nah, we going to the rink. The ladies are gonna be at the rink.
Skating rink,
and ain't nobody standing around holding up a wall either. brothers is out on the skates pulling numbers. I mean, it's IG nowadays, but in our day, Butterscotch, you know.
No, yeah, they was definitely out on the in the rink, man, getting active. You know, I couldn't skate like them, and I had rollerblades. You know, I always wanted those
Oh,
inline skates, but
yeah.
yeah, I didn't really like the four wheel joints, but you know, I was never really a serious skater myself, but I got family members that was into that. But
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people big on skating, man, that's for sure. Shit, I actually forgot that.
Yo, I want to get back to a little bit. Y'all were we had started with the production. With the three of y'all, I know everybody's scared of Alpha. Now I know he's from New York. His name is Alpha. He won them basketball dudes, so you know he got in a bunch of fights, Butterscotch. But yo, on the court too. He running up in the stands. But I'm just joking. I'm just what?
I had forces. I have to get my hands dirty. I was adding forces.
I see that. I see. He's like, yo, handle that. Yo, how do y'all work out when it comes to trying to get stuff together? So we was talking about Bulletproof, the misadventures of Bulletproof. How do y'all get on one accord with this? I mean, I made the joke that Alpha is going to buck up and intimidate everybody, but how do y'all pull all this production together? How do y'all get on one mind at Blerd Mind? How do y'all pull this off?
I mean, so this is probably definitely a Scuba Steve question. I think he's going through a disconnect right now. But I mean, man, he's the maven, bro. He kind of roped everybody together. I posted something on Facebook because like usually, so I'm a web developer, a multimedia developer, right? So every year at the top of the year, I usually reach out to people, man, and be like, you know, if you're trying to start a business and you just ain't got the bread, you're trying to get seen, you got something going on, you know, you're trying to make some. Because I root for all hustlers, man. That's my thing. Anybody hustling, I'm your biggest fan, and so I put that out there. You know, if you need a logo, if you need a website, business cards, you know, any kind of marketing and advertising material, I got you back, and I won't charge you for it. So I posted that on Facebook, just doing my yearly rounds, and Steve reached out to me, and he was like, "Hey, man, I got this production company that I'm trying to get off the ground, and you know, we got a couple stories, and I could use your help with some things. I need a logo." And I was like, "All right, man, that's not a problem at all." So I got to work. We sat down. Me, him, and Alpha got on a call, and he was just like, we just kind of talked about the vision. You know, Alpha had his input. I don't quite remember how all of us came together, but I just remember Steve reaching out, you know what I'm saying, and being like, "Man, these are the pieces I need." And he got that vibe, you know what I'm saying, it just kind of like is easy going, and makes it easy to deal with him. And so I'm all in. And then I met Alpha, and he a good dude. And I was actually in New York when Alpha was in New York, and we never got to link up. You know, I was in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. And you know, and he was out in his area. And so that's really the start of it, man. So I got to kind of credit Steve. What you got to say about that, Alpha?
Well, it all started really from listening to an audiobook from Jordan Peele called A Quiet Part Loud. I'm listening to it. I said, "Steve, check this out and tell me what you think." So he listened to it. He's like, "Oh, it's fire. Let's make our own." And because I asked him, like, did he have an artist for one of his stories? He's like, "Nah, not yet." I was like, "How about we do an audiobook for it instead?" I said, "We know enough people in the anime community that want to be voice actors. I have knowledge in engineering, sound engineering. You write in a story already. Let's make it happen." 3 weeks later, set it up. That's how it all started.
Yo,
See, that's parts I didn't even know about. I came in later.
Yo, when we look back at this, those of us who are listening to this, a lot of us is gonna gain strength, man. We gonna find a lot of energy coming off of y'all. We see 3 black gentlemen getting this off the ground like this. How could y'all help the rest of us finally get it going? Because y'all know we'll have paralysis by analysis. We'll be like, man, now ain't the time, man. I can't, baby on the way. I can't really get distracted by that. I already got 2 hustles going over here. What made y'all finally really want to start pushing this though? I know Butterscotch, you said you was putting it out there, but what fueled you guys to be brave enough to start a production company? Man, come on.
Like, okay. Oh, you want me to?
What'd you say, bro?
No, I was gonna say, like, it kind of like at first it didn't start as a production company. It was just more so getting his story out there, and then as I listened to more audiobooks, it allowed me to make my own, to start my own, like start writing, and then once I started writing mine, that's when Butterscotch came through with the logo, and like you might as well turn it into something.
Yep.
To put something on it. And that's like the production started really. As you started making more
something
stories.
to get people excited.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need that cat. You need that cat that comes in that wants to match your energy. Mm-hmm. Sounds like Butterscotch came in. They didn't have to slow down with you, Butterscotch. It was like you jumped in.
Nah, I'm always on go. And so just to touch back on what you were saying earlier, like for somebody that, you know, they kind of want to do something, but, you know, they don't know where to start, or it's like, now is not a good time. Yep. Man, now is not a good time. It's not a good time, and tomorrow ain't gonna be a good time either, man. You just got to get started, and once you get your feet moving, then you'll get motion, and you'll find that things work out for you. And then, I mean, there's bigger things that come into picture later, like choosing who you're gonna share your energy with, and who you're gonna share your dream with, and who you can pull in to help you execute on those ideas that you have. But you just gotta get some motion, man. You just gotta get your feet going, because a lot of people like to sit up and discuss ideas, but you know, at some point in time, somebody's gonna have to get up and start to act on those ideas, or it's just gonna be talk, you know, and you're gonna look up 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, and you just been talking, you know, when you could have filled that time with some action. And maybe you didn't make big moves, you know, maybe you didn't blow up, you know what I'm saying? But that stuff takes time too. But you got a little bit of motion. Maybe your whole city don't know you, but your block might, you know, your neighborhood might, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that I think stop people. I mean, laziness is one for sure, but lack of self-confidence, man. You just got to believe that you can do it. And the thing about it is, like, I grew up, my mom, a hustler, you know what I'm saying, run businesses. My father, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't necessarily always around, but he was doing his thing too, you know, and it was a hustler. So that was kind of fostered in me when I was young. I was kind of always taught that you can't really depend on a job, because, you know, you don't know what's going to happen with that. Get out and try to get something going for yourself. So I didn't necessarily have as much fear getting started with certain things, but man, I'm constantly doubting myself, man, constantly second guessing myself, constantly thinking like I got this imposter syndrome or something, that, you know what I'm saying, at any moment everybody gonna find out, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's just the trial of a perfectionist, man. Somebody that just has dreams and ambitions bigger than what they can comprehend. And you can't let that get into your head and stop you, though. You gotta see, you know what I'm saying? If you really believe you that guy or that girl, then put yourself out there and be vulnerable and see, you know, and if it's meant to be, something to happen for you.
Yo, Alpha, how much do you turn down though with these cats? If Butterscotch he's always on go, and it sounds like Scuba Steve may not know how to say no. So Alpha, I feel like, and this is of course your answer, but like, Are there projects y'all turned down? Are there directions y'all started going down and realized, nah, let's back this up. We got to go back the other direction. What do you do with that, Alpha, to save, sort of like what Butterscotch was saying about who you give your energy to, but how do you save that energy? What have y'all done, Alpha?
The current moment, we haven't taken in outside projects outside of our own. We haven't got to that point yet. So everything's been in-house projects. So like even like the people we work with,
Yeah.
we willing to work with them to help them grow. It's like one of our voice actors is writing a story. Our actual artist for the actual webtoon wants to write a story. So we pretty much have been helping out the core family, we should say.
Yeah.
So people we
Yeah.
work with just more with family. So we helping those out first. But outside people, nothing yet.
So to this same point, and I'm sorry if I go back on this, fellas. All right, yo, I want to be a voice actor, right? There's a kid in Ohio right now listening to us and saying, yo, I want to be a voice actor. Cats love my voice. What I got to do? But nah, I don't really know what I got to do. And we could Google anything, but they ain't Googling it. So what y'all are saying is there's an opportunity, but you won't take that opportunity unless you step out there, because it sounds like there's hungry cats like y'all with opportunities. All those voice actors y'all went and rounded up for your first production. Come on, man. Y'all had to what? Beg them to come? Or you said, hey, we need you, and then they flocked. How hard was it?
It wasn't hard actually, because like since like me and Steve knew people that wanted like to grow themselves, and we let them know like it's an opportunity to work on your voice acting resume.
Yep.
Like granted, like it's a nonprofit, we won't be able to pay you, but we could help jumpstart your career in a sense.
Yeah.
Like a couple of people already got contacted for like other projects too, just from listening to their voice on one of our projects. So it's just like that initial baby step for voice actors. If you're a voice actor out there, we got plenty side character roles if you want. Eventually, it's your turn.
Yo, Alpha, what you said, and then I'm gonna double back on what you said, Butterscotch. It almost feels like don't chase that money. Don't price yourself out of an opportunity. Oh, y'all ain't paying me nothing for this? Nah, I can't do that. I think y'all both are saying build the resume, get the activity. Butterscotch was like, yo, get the activity, get those
Because
feet.
you're not better than nobody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who are you? Like this is, you know what I'm saying? This is since business started, you gotta create an opportunity for yourself. You gotta let people know who you are, right? Like ain't nobody just gonna trust you coming off the streets, especially if you don't have, some kind of you're not from you're not the son of a popular name, or you're not affiliated with these popular names, man. And a good book for people to read that could help with that is man, I'm glad you touched on it. I think Black Privilege is a good book for that by Charlemagne, man. And he had this statement, that he brought up from Belly: put the weed in the bag first and then get money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little cruel, right? But it's like, man, people gotta know who you are. You know what I mean? So like I was in college, man, and I stopped going. And it's like, all right, I want to pursue my own thing. I want to advertise and marketing, websites, digital. I felt like I could do it, but I'm going to these local businesses trying to get somebody to mess with me. Nobody's gonna pay me a bunch of money to do a flyer, and I've never done a flyer before. You know what I'm saying? On my own or something like that, man. So my first year, man, I think I was giving away work. I was, you know what I'm saying? Let me do the flyers for your business. I see them opening. I bang out some flyers for a barber shop, for a boys and girls club, for my fraternities event. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, man. So and just so that people can see my stuff, man. I've stayed doing free stuff for people. And then after a while, then you can be like, yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's when you can command your own and write your own ticket, but you gotta get there first, And like my guy said, put the weed in the bag first and then get money.
Yo, I really like that. I want to get to another little item that you guys are kind of mentioning. Fellas, we ain't got to hang out. But we got to work together. The hanging out is just like a little add-on, right? What if, professionally it all flows? It's okay to not have that other part of it, right? As in, Scuba Steve ain't nothing but a DC cat. But Butterscotch and Alpha, man, y'all bleed Marvel. And for some reason, it's always friction. It's always this. But that's cool because when y'all working, it works. Is that all right too? I mean, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Because some people feel like it's got to be fam. It's got to be fam. Nah, it's just got to be professional, right?
First of all, man, you don't want a bunch of yes men around you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's not good for nobody, right? I mean, look at ain't nobody tell Rick Ross that he shouldn't put that line in that song. Put Molly all in her champagne. Nah, niggas too busy telling this nigga, yeah, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? But that's because everybody just leashing off you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling you what you need to hear. And then you get out here and make bad decisions, and now you losing endorsements and shit, man, or you losing other opportunities. Like, so it's good to have people that you don't necessarily agree with. I'm not saying that y'all always going at each other's neck. That's probably not good either. But you know what I'm saying? Just different perspectives, man. That's what make things work, because that's how you come up with something great, right? You got Trey Parker and Matt Stone. You got, you know what I'm saying, like these duos, Josh Harmon and Royland. Like you got these. It's never just one person, man, because you need somebody to balance out the bad conscience, you know what I'm saying, and to feed you other perspective, because you will never know it all by yourself. Especially not with a bunch of people that's many yous, because they all are you.
Yes. Alpha, you have a direction to go with these gentlemen at Blerd Mind Productions. You know it to be, well, it's not even a dream anymore, but bear with me. You know it to be your dream. You know it to be your destiny. What would you determine success? Because everybody's always, y'all are getting it. I know people's like, hey, y'all making that cheddar now, man. But it ain't just about the money. It's about, y'all, Butterscotch said y'all just put two voice actors just got on because of some work they did, or one person got two opportunities. But what would you say to someone, Alpha? Because everybody always want to know, one, how much money you making, or what you've been on TV. So how do you define the success for Blerd Mind?
The current moment, I feel we reach success just be able to the fact that we doing it without hesitation. Yeah, like I'm right now. It's a passion, just the fact that I'm doing something that's making me happy. It's my escape. Yeah. So the success is the escape of reality for me. But in like physical terms of success, I'll just say just getting one of our stories on a big screen, pretty much. That'd be like, I'll say that one thing, but right now I say I reached that success because of the fact that we're already doing it.
Yeah.
And we constantly doing it, and we just getting better at it. Trial and error. Keep going. Like the stories is going to get better and the production is going to get better. That's how I look at it.
But Scotch, I gotta know for you, you said you had to put that free work out there and you had to get it out there. So I'm not necessarily going to ask you what Alpha just answered, but it sounds like you don't mind. You said yourself, put one foot in front of the other, put the weed in the bag. You saw it as reps. So you was getting reps. You was working on your craft. You was working on your art. But there has to come a point when you say to Alpha and Scuba Steve, yo, fellas, we got to do the next move. So how do you define when you can say, well, today's price ain't yesterday's price, or this the next move we got to make? How are you judging that as you accomplish goals, or as Alpha was saying, as you were happy? Because sometimes we can get content, right? Do you understand what I'm asking?
Absolutely. So I mean, being content is really easy to do, man. And that'll kill a drive, man. The best thing you can do for yourself, I think, is surround yourself with like-minded people. You know, people that when you don't necessarily have the energy today, they got it. You know what I'm saying? And they can pull you and keep you going.
Yep.
And when they ain't got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some synergy there. But in terms of when exactly you know that yesterday's price ain't today's price, and when you can, you know, make that next move, man, I'm not even really sure how to answer that because I just feel like at some point you would know. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point it'll come to you. You put enough stuff out there, you got enough people telling you that your shit dope, you know, and you got enough people telling you that they got confidence in what you're doing and that they like what you're doing. You know, that question to answer itself at some point, but you got to get there first. You know what I'm saying? You might not necessarily see it because me personally as an artist, man, I'm incredibly hard on myself. You know,
Yeah.
I have drafts of things that I've created that nobody's ever seen because I've just shredded it and put it away. And, you know, I've done so many things and then it's just never seen the light of day because I wasn't confident in what I put out there. But that's understandable. But, you know, take in opinions from the outside, you know what I mean? Like, and go based on the market. You know what I'm saying? The market will let you know what your craft is worth or what your skill in your craft is worth because you're gonna get feedback. You know what I'm saying? One way, shape, form, or another, you're gonna get feedback. And if you don't get any feedback, then that's probably feedback itself. You know what I'm saying? So just don't worry about the money, man. I think passion should go first. I always think passion should go first because I had a job in the corporate world and I was making decent money there. And I felt like a slave, a zombie, like a glorified call center person, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it just wasn't what I wanted to do. It was a role completely different from what I had envisioned for myself. And I was doing it just to make money. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you were talking about that complacentness, I got complacent, you know what I'm saying? And then my dreams started to die because I was just going to work and coming home and jumping on the game with my boys, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I could be out here doing other things, being productive, but I kind of let that kill me. And I'm not telling nobody to go and quit their job. You know what I'm saying? Like going to a hustle.
Yeah, we heard it first. You already said it, man.
Yeah, you didn't get that.
That's the battery in the back I needed.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yo, honey,
you know
I ain't going to work tomorrow.
Nah, hell no, they ain't.
Well, I already said it, but I already said it.
Now you need to call them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Definitely don't let that kill your drive, man. You gotta have something to keep you going, man. Some of us are blessed enough to have a dope ass significant other, whether it be male or female, that, you know what I'm saying, puts that battery in our back and keep us pumped up, man. If you got that, you blessed. Others of us, we got close friends. It might be family, but you got to be careful with family too, because I mean, the 48 laws of power got something to say about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But if you don't have that support system, you need to get out there and find that support system. And that probably says a lot about where you at too, because how are you a web developer or a graphic designer or a voice actor or a street artist or something, and you ain't around no street artists or no voice actors or no web or graphic designers? You know what I'm saying? How are you trying to be in this space and you don't even know nobody to do that, man? So you need to build yourself a network. I'm not saying go and just bother people. I'm just saying go somewhere where people like you are, where people are doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't let you in the door, then kick that bitch down. You know what I mean? And that's how you get it. You know what I mean? Now, whatever that means to you, in your own profession, but that's the type of passion and dedication that it's gonna take, man. There was a guy that I can't remember who he got signed by, but he was undrafted. He didn't get a call to the combines or nothing like that, man. He lied his way in to a tryout session. I want to say with the Browns, and he found out where the team was going and traveling. and met them up there, you know what I'm saying, to get on. And I believe that he got on, bro. And it's like, that's maybe not the most honorable way to go about it, but you get what I'm saying, though, G. You gotta let your passion be heavier than your fear. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta just get out there and make a move, man. You gotta meet people, get that network, get that support system. That's important.
Fellas, I might have gone heavy on this, but a lot of this, I think some of us listening really needed that. But I'm kind of curious, when y'all were coming on, when y'all wanted to come on and do this, were there any items that y'all wanted to cover? Things you want to talk about, upcoming items? I told y'all I'm gonna get this out tonight, and you can hold me to that, so it doesn't have to be dated if people want to know. But I just want to make sure I give y'all that chance to talk about some works that you got right now, just to keep the streets excited, man.
Alpha, you on, G?
Well, the project that I'm working on touches mental health.
Yeah.
So, as a person that dealt with mental health, being around people that dealt with mental health, it was something I touched on. But it's based on two women who dealt with a tragic accident. One of the women lost her kids in this accident, while the other was pregnant and had a miscarriage through the accident.
Dang.
So a couple of years go by, and the mother is still going through the postpartum, the PTSD, and all that. Family's trying to get her to like go to therapy, do something to try to stay cope. While the other woman is feeling like slightly better with her situation, goes back to work. Her job is a therapist at that.
Oh.
So the mother gives in, decides to go to therapy. She happens to go see that same therapist she was in an accident with. They don't know they was in this accident at all. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, you don't want to give away too much.
Yeah. You know, one thing I found, especially in our community, man, there couldn't be too many talks about mental health. There couldn't be too much spotlight, because a lot of people be dealing with stuff, man, and you wouldn't know it. We put this mask on because, man, Butterscotch don't want to hear about that, man. Everything's good in his life. He got all this. I'm gonna just bring him down. And maybe that's the time when I need to tell him, because maybe he could pick me up and remind me that I might get to his level one day, or that he used to be at my level, but he kept plodding through it, and then he got to where he's at. So I appreciate that, Alpha. I really do, man. I know it's needed.
It's definitely frowned upon. Like, it's definitely frowned upon, especially in our community, to even have it. So, like, now it's more accepted, but our parents had to just like say whatever to it. You couldn't even show it.
Yes.
Well, now our generation is definitely more acceptable, I should say.
Yeah. Butterscotch. Personally, outside of Blerd Mind, but also within Blerd Mind, where do you see you guys at in 5 years, man? What's the 5-year outlook? What would you say? If you got cornered and someone just wanted to know, whether they're an investor or not, just a person that's just trying to learn more, what would you say?
So 5 years for me, man. I'm hoping that I'm in a small beach town in Rhode Island. So we're chilling. That's my goal. That's where I want to get to, man. And kind of be my own little oasis. In terms of Blerd Minds, like I said, Steve brought me into this, man. And so I am I'm willing to take it wherever it goes. He got the energy. You know what I mean? Like we were just talking about, it's important to have that around you. And you know what I'm saying, everybody here is about their business. You know what I'm saying? We might not necessarily do something every day for it, but you know what I'm saying, it's in the thoughts, it's in the works. Steve communicating with somebody, he hit me up. We'll talk about some things. If we don't do anything else, we talk about like, man, what's Bulletproof doing? know what I'm saying? Where he headed
Yeah.
next, you know what I'm saying? Or where Butterscotch headed next, you know what I'm saying? Or and how does this mix in with these other things we doing?
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't really have anything else going on outside of this. I'm a contractor in a lot of ways, man. So I work with a lot of people for various things that we talked about earlier, whether it's web design, video editing and production, animations, like all those different types of things, man. So that's always got me going. A lot of times I feel burnt out and drained, and that's when, you know, Steve would hit me up and be like, "Man, what you doing today?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm still in the bed." You know what I'm saying? But he'd be like, "All right, I got this," and you know what I'm saying? We'll rap. And so, I mean, that's important, man. So me, I'm here for I'm here for people that need me, but I don't do things like I used to anymore. Like I was telling you about when I was trying to get myself out there, because this time that I'm telling you about, you know what I mean, this is 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and nothing happened overnight for me at all. You know what I'm saying? No stretch of the imagination. I didn't feel like I finally got steady until 2019,
Yeah.
2020, and then
Yeah.
2020, we all got blindsided. And so it's
Yep.
like back to square one, you know what I mean? So, um, and you'll never get away from trials. I think that's probably the next important thing to touch on,
Yeah.
regardless of how successful or unsuccessful you feel like you are, man, and everything's coming at you. That's always gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn how to dance, how to move with it. You know what I'm saying? And things will work out, man. So you know, going back from there, I wasn't getting nothing going. Nobody was checking for me. Nobody want artwork for me or designs or anything. And then one day everybody did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was
Yeah.
over time. And so you gotta give yourself time. Like J. Cole said, man, stay down. Your life can change in 1 year.
Yep. Yo, Steve, before we go, I got one question that
Oh Lord, before we go, I'm so behind.
yo, hey, we got some you gonna have to come back and check it. We got some good content. Butterscotch and Alpha, they held it down. They held it. There might have been some good things said about you too, bruh. Might have been some good things. But one of the things
my internet,
I wanted, but hey, that don't mean this got to be the last, man. I'm enjoying this. I want to be respectful of y'all's time. I got a couple things I got to do personally, but I wanted to ask you something here. So it's the three of us, right? We gonna hold on. Who do I want to pick on? We gonna kick Butterscotch out. So it's me, you, and Alpha, right? But look at my personality, yo. I'm hyped, man. I like what I'm doing. I like this Butterscotch character. I like my thing. Yo, why ain't we working on my joint like 3 days out of the week? Like it's been a whole week since somebody asked me what Butterscotch is doing. Yo, Steve, how do you handle that? How would you handle that? How do you help keep this team and Blerd Mind moving forward? Because it seems like that would be a tough thing to do, man.
So for me, like right now, the way that we just handling it is like a lot of our eggs and hands are right now in the Wake the Dead basket. That's what we're working on currently. And then we moving forward with the next project and the next project. But right now, most of our promotional content and stuff like that is Wake the Dead. So I'm like, all right, well, let's give them something that they can identify us with.
Yeah.
And then as we do that, we say, okay, from the people that brought you Wake the Dead, we give you Bulletproof, and so forth and so forth. But you gotta, if we give them 4 stories at one time, how can anybody identify or find a story that they love if you just giving them one chapter of this and then one chapter of this and one chapter of this? And then let's say that we do give them one chapter of Bulletproof and they love it. But now we working on a chapter of Wake the Dead. It's like, oh, you're not gonna get another chapter of Bulletproof for another 6 months or something. And then that makes people lose their interest, things like that. So that's how I try to look at it, as like, okay, we're gonna feed them this, give them something that they love, or you know what I'm saying, maybe supernatural content isn't your content, but you see that we doing something, that we grinding with it. And then now when we go, okay, we got Crossroads and Confessions, this is a therapy story, this and that. Now they're like, okay, I'm kind of into that. I want to go here. You know what I'm saying? And then we go for it. And then, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we find a new audience with the Crossroad and Confession joint. And then also we say, hey, if you like this, you might like Wake the Dead if you didn't catch it. Now we get more listeners on that end. And we just, you know what I'm saying? It's just tying everything together. It's a web.
Yo, listeners, did y'all see that? See, Steve, you're gonna have to go back and check it. Butterscotch said you was nice like that. He said that you was nice, you can massage it, that you can work it. Dog, you talk, you know what, Butterscotch, you back in the group, man. I'm out. but yo, you talked me down, man. I see I'm a little too anxious. I need to go work on myself. So I'm out of Blerd Mind. Butterscotch is back in. But yo, I appreciate what you said there, Steve, because honestly, man, that's what it takes. It takes a person not to tell you to back off of your vision, but to tell you how to build so that your vision could be ratified. So we can get to that promised land. What you just said there, that looked like that was off the top of the dome. You ain't practicing this at home, are you, Steve? You ain't practicing that speech at home? All right, because that was nice. Off the top of the dome. You made me feel like I was some selfish prick. And I got hold on, man. Let's
another
get
thing
out
is
this,
this, G, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no egos around here, man.
I see that.
So
I see that.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't better than him and he ain't better than me. We all in this thing together, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you better than your friends and y'all all together? You know what I'm saying? That car crash, y'all all gonna get hurt. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in the same car. Like, my belief is you want to know who you are, look at who you around. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, like you gotta have like minds, you gotta have those same driven people. So like, all right, we can't talk about butterscotch today. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? What we gotta talk about, what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? We jump on that, okay. Butterscotch will come, you know, I mean, bulletproof will come. You know what I'm saying? Crossroad confessions will come. Wake the Dead, anything else we put out there next, it'll come. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out here trying to get glory. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no one man above the team type deal. So when you got a team full of like-minded individuals that's all just concerned with the mission, things will go better. You know what I'm saying? Rather than one person trying to get glory here or there.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
Steve.
One band, one sound.
One band, one sound.
I feel that. Man, I felt like I was that dude, man, trying to push to the front. I was just giving a scenario, but I embodied it for a second there. And I was like, man, we need to get on my project. But then he talked me down and he didn't even hurt my feelings. So I'm going to just lead a group because I'm a Cancer, obviously. I put Butterscotch back in. I'm gonna go work on myself over here.
Butterscotch was always here. You just step aside so you can get your shine and say what you
look at you, man. Y'all a good team, man. Look at that. You weren't even mad that I pushed you out?
I didn't even notice. I was good.
Yo, see, man, y'all from another planet, yo. I appreciate this. I like this energy. I didn't know I was gonna get it like this, but this was amazing, fellas. And yo, Steve, this can't be the last one, dog. We got to come back. I got more topics. There's more topics. There's more things I would love to get to. I would love to come back and talk at any other point. And I appreciate y'all taking the time. Fellas, thanks for talking with Donato.
Not a problem.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you for having us.
You too, man.
Thank you.